In the beginning, He brought forth His words. Because before you create, you have to have words. Before you have words, what do you have to have? You have to have letters. He created the alphabet. Now, let's see if this actually has any connection to something you might be familiar with. Revelation chapter 1 says in verse 8, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, says Adonai, who is and who was and who was and who is to come, Zavaot, Almighty. We sang that tonight. I didn't know we were going to sing that tonight. But let me ask you a question. It says in here, I'm the Alpha and the Omega. This is Greek. Do you really think that our Lord, in the moment here of the kingdom, at the millennium, after creating the Hebrew language that created the entire universe, would stand before the universe and say, I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am the Greek alphabet. He's not Zeus. He's not a Greek god. He's a Hebrew god. He's Elohim. He would not have said, I am the Alpha and the Omega. I can't even say it. He would have said, I am the Aleph and the Tav. I am everything that my Father has created. I am that language. I am all of the words. I am the Word. Let's continue and see if we see any more connections. Isaiah 44:6 says, Thus says Yahweh, the King of Israel, the Melech of Israel, and His Redeemer, Yahweh Sebaot, as we read it tonight, we sang tonight. I am the first and the last. Besides me, there is no Elohim. This is Yahweh, ladies and gentlemen, speaking this. For those of you that struggle, and I know with talking to thousands of people online, there are somebody out there is going to struggle with whether or not Yeshua Himself is divine. We have a big problem if He's not. And I don't mean to get into that theology, but right here in Isaiah, Yahweh says, and He's the King of Israel, Yeshua is called the King of Israel, and His Redeemer, Yahweh Sebaot, the one who is the warrior, the mighty King. I am the first and the last. There is no other Elohim. Yeshua in Revelation 1:8 says, I am the first and the last. That's a problem. If you believe that Yeshua is just a man, if He's just a prophet, He cannot claim the same thing that Yahweh claims as being the first and the last, the very beginning and the very end. Is this making any kind of sense? Come and join us as we travel back in time 4,000 years ago to discover exactly where the holidays of Christmas, Easter, and even Valentine's Day come from. Why do we celebrate the birth of Jesus on December 25th? Whose birthday really is on December 25th? Where did we come up with December 25th? Where did the star on top of the Christmas tree come from? Where did the Christmas tree itself come from? Where did St. Nicholas come from? Are we sure that St. Nicholas even existed? Have you ever wondered where the famous phrase, ho, 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 comes from? It comes from the late 1600s when they used to have plays, and before the devil would come on stage, he would announce himself by saying, ho, ho, ho. Did you know that original Santa's elves weren't little guys that made toys? They were Krampus demons that would punish the children if they weren't good for that year, while St. Nicholas would give them gifts if they were good. Who is the Easter Bunny? Where do we get Easter eggs from? Why do we celebrate Easter on the first Sunday after the vernal equinox? Did you know that Christmas was illegal in the United States until the mid-1800s? Can we celebrate these holidays according to the Bible? This is by far the most popular video on the internet on the history of Christmas and Easter. This video has changed hundreds of thousands of people's lives, and it will change your life too.